How's it going, everyone? It's your girl Rocket Gal, and welcome to another summoning session. This time, it's Choose Your Legend 7 edition. Alright, looking forward to summoning for all these units. They all seem pretty hype, really good units, also great fodder as well. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so, yeah, really excited about all these characters. Mainly, the one I'm most hyped for is probably Robin. I know a lot of people are kind of, I don't know, I feel like they're underestimating him a little bit, but I don't know, he seems pretty cool to me. I like him a lot, at least. So yeah, we're just gonna go for favorites. So probably my free summon is going to be for Robin. He's probably gonna be a long-term merge project on, oh my god! Nice! Okay, we got a Diamond! Alright. That is actually really freaking hype, man. Plus speed actually might not even be bad to plus speed on him, just because it just ups the threshold for him getting doubled. That is actually really hype, man. Awesome. Alright. But yeah, this banner is looking pretty cool. If you take a look at here, these are their rates, and yeah, looks like it's gonna be easier to get a plus 10 Soren for the most part. That 3.46% is looking pretty good, but everyone else is below 3%. Robin just very slightly, but yeah, it's just because of the extra additions to the red pool. It's just going to saturate that probability a little bit. And they haven't had a 3 and 4 star green unit in quite some time. So that's why you can see Soren's rate is actually pretty good. So yeah, for anyone out there who is trying to plus 10 Soren, the odds are in your favor. So, yeah, good luck with that. By the way, have you guys played the story mode yet? I was a little disappointed that they didn't even talk about Golveg and how, like, she has a new form. She was just kind of there, which I just thought, I don't know, that's really weird. They didn't even really, like, acknowledge her existence or anything. It was so weird. So not a big fan on the story integration. I know it's kind of a joke that the Fire Emblem hero story basically means nothing. It's basically just gibberish. But I don't know. They could have at least tried something cool, some time shenanigans thing going on. I mean, the whole point of the book itself is this time manipulation, right? So I don't know. I know they did like an alternate universe thing with the forging bonds, but I don't know, that wasn't cool enough for me. I don't know, slightly on the underwhelmed side of things. So that's a little, I think that was a little bit of a misstep by IS. The chapter itself felt really weird. It felt really short. I felt like there wasn't that much dialogue. It just kind of went straight to the battles. Which in some cases is cool, but in some other cases, like, now it could be a little boring, because, like, the story in and of itself is already kind of boring, and then they just kind of skipped it. So, yeah, I don't know about that one. And then, okay, slight spoilers for anyone who hasn't played the story chapters just yet, but Golveg kills Njordur, because Njordur was going to try to kill the Asker Trio and everyone. Although it's kind of lame that we didn't see, like, a map sprite of Njordur. He just kind of said, oh, I'm going to kill you guys. Because we gods are dying, and you insects are populating the world. Disgusting filth. Despicable humans. So he was gonna try to kill them, but then Golveg was like, yeah, I don't know about that. I'm just gonna Thanos snap you, and then he fucking died. So yeah, it's I felt like Njordur was very much underutilized. So yeah, I don't know. Of course, it was going to be him going to die. I mean, I just felt like that was going to be the case. Maybe Nerthus is going to die as well. I don't really know yet. I feel like her story significance hasn't been too crazy. I just feel like the story of this book has been very weird and underwhelming. Yeah, just not a big fan. I hope we get something slightly better next time. Oh, baby, there's a fallen Lilith. Nice. She's actually got really great fodder. Although I know the catch skills aren't as good as they used to be, and also Dive Bomb isn't super good anymore now that we have Flow Desperation. But Speed Smoke 4 could be pretty good for God Swords. So that's pretty hype. Alright, nice. We haven't gotten any focus units yet. We do have some bubbles filled up in our focus charge thing, so at least there's that, you know. Those focus charges are only really good for whales, so I appreciate that. By the way, we've gone through some Binding Worlds this week. I actually kind of forgot that Binding Worlds was supposed to happen. I feel like they should have an announcement for that, like, a couple of days before, because quite literally it just kind of dropped, and I was like jump scared by it. Like the notifications, like, oh my god, we have Binding Worlds again? Holy shit! So, yeah, I found some pretty cool units that I wanted to share with you guys, because I'm still not totally sure who I want to form up this time around. So, yeah, I just want to do a little bit of show and tell. Okay, so this one here is an Azura, legendary Azura here, and yeah, she's got basically the best fodder you could get on her. Remote Sparrow, Firestorm Dance 3, really good. Guidance 4. You know, like, this is probably the most optimal Azura. The only thing she doesn't have is Ruptured Sky, but even then, I don't, like, give a shit about that, to be honest. I mean, it would be optimal for scoring in Arena, but she wouldn't even be on my Arena team anyway, just because she doesn't score enough, so... but yeah, this is a unit I'm kind of considering. Next up here is this legendary Crom. Like, oh my god, this guy's got the works. Ruptured Sky, attack speed, Hexblade. Oh baby, look at that, we got a Sorin. Hell yeah. I'm here to support Ike, commander of the Grail Mercenaries. Okay, short, sweet, and to the point. Oh, nice, plus attack, that is actually pretty awesome. That's really good, honestly. Yeah, honestly, pretty psyched to get him. Everyone has been hyping him up like crazy, and I see the merit. I've seen some crazy comments saying, oh, you could give the safe assigned copy to 2 units, like maybe a Freyr and like Ninja Camilla or something. And even though it's only supposed to assign to 1, if you get the defenses properly set, then yeah, and I don't know, that's insane. It's insane how we're theory crafting this crap already. Like, and it's actually making me really excited for Summoner duels. But yeah, actually really great that he's plus attack here. Very nice. Oh wait, also his fodder is actually really freaking good. Although I'm no way going to fodder this guy. Like, this guy is going to be a merge project as well. Flare is also really cool. Although I heard some people a little bit upset that there's no DR piercing. It's only for infantry mage units, which I think that's kind of weird. It should just be for mages in general. But I don't mind it not having DR, just because otherwise it kind of defeats the purpose of everyone investing in Special Spiral 4. And also there's like half DR piercing and magic null follow-up, so that would also defeat the purpose there. So but yeah, very cool to get a copy of him. Very nice. Anyways, back to this legendary Crom that I found. Yeah, attack speed Hexblade, physical null follow, attack speed Oath 4. This is a speed build legendary Crom, and he's really freaking good. Really freaking good. I'm actually, this is my top contender for who I think I'm going to pick right now. I just don't have a really good build on my legendary Crom right now, so I'm pretty tempted with this build, honestly. I mean, he's got the best fodder on him, so getting him would be really good, and also the Dragon Flowers. Next up is this Duo Idun. But this one is a little bit weird because she's got really great fodder, attack resistance Scowl 4, Vengeful Fighter 4, defense resistance near save 3, and most importantly, in some ways, Armored Beacon. That one is really impressive. The problem is, this person did not refine the weapon. I don't know if they accidentally forgot to set it, because it doesn't make sense to not have it, right? But they didn't have the weapon refine, which was really strange, extremely strange. But apart from that, the build itself is really good. It's like the optimal build, I would think. So, kinda tempted to get her as well. I do not have a well-built Idun, so this one's pretty tempting. Next up here is Chronakos' Bramimond, and you can see here he gave him the works, you know. Remote Mirror, Magic Null Follow, Ruptured Sky. Yeah, it's pretty freaking good. Bramimond got a pretty great refine, so this one is also pretty tempting, honestly, although probably not gonna go for this one, but it was really great to see it and use him in the game mode. Like, he was kicking some major ass, man. It was pretty cool. Next up here is this legendary Edelgard, but not the typical legendary Edelgard. This is a defensive one. So, armored beacon, distance stance, hardy fighter 3, and defense resistance far save 3. So, I don't know if that's going to be super good just because there's so many. Oh, baby, we got Robin. I'm Robin, tactician to Exalt Crom, and I hope I'll actually be as useful to you as that makes me sound. Okay, kind of a weird sentence, but very nice. We were able to get him. Hopefully get good IVs. Okay, plus defense, that's fine. We're probably gonna get more copies of him down the line, so alright. But yeah, he's got that God Sword build with Gambit 4, which a lot of people are wondering or questioning whether that's gonna be good or not. Very interesting skill. It's only for infantry, physical infantry units, so might be an interesting build for some God Swords or God Axes or God everything. Yeah, pretty interested in how this will work. Very, I don't know, at least this is a very interesting skill. I like when they add interesting skills rather than just kind of recycle old ideas. So, pretty excited about that. Although there's no way I'm gonna be merging or foddering off any Robins unless I get like over 12 copies or whatever, because he's probably gonna be a merge project. So yeah, very nice. But yeah, back to this Edelgard. So yeah, this Edelgard does seem pretty good, but there's a lot of like meta matchups that she just doesn't do super well against. So, for instance, there's Duo Crom, there's Legendary Hinoka, there is, I get the feeling she's not going to do super well against Legendary Veronica. There's just so many red threats out there that I get the feeling, I didn't do any like simulations or anything, but I get the feeling that this wouldn't be great, you know. I still think she should probably just focus on being a player phase unit, but at least it's a pretty interesting build. And the next one, the last one I want to show was this Plumeria. So this Plumeria is basically everything you want in her, to be honest. Ruptured Sky, Attack Speed Unity, Firestorm Dance 3, and Guidance 4. So basically the optimal dancer like setup now, especially a flyer dancer. Guidance 4 is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm really tempted to get this copy. She seems really freaking good. But I don't know. I really do want that Crom, but I gotta think from an Ether Race perspective, having this formula would make my life so much easier. So yeah, we'll have to see. But that is how I did in Binding Worlds. Let me know what you guys found. Anyways, we are going for the Spark. So we're gonna go for all 4 Sparks anyways. It doesn't really matter who we go for first. But let's go for Robin again. Alright, here is our second copy of him. Alright, this is gonna be a long summoning session, so let us keep rolling. By the way, they haven't officially announced it yet, but it has been shown that the new Hall of Forms units are going to be the Binding Blade ones. Here is the lineup. It is going to be Roy, Legendary Roy that is, Bridal Lelena, Ninja Igren, and Kath. The Kath one seems kind of random, honestly, but I mean, sure, okay, that works. Yeah, I think we all saw Legendary Roy getting his like time in the Hall of Forms, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting an upgrade on him. I never really gave him anything after his remix. I just kind of kept the bonus doubler, which isn't really a great skill. At least the Spurn is pretty good, but would love to get a tier 4 dodge skill. I don't think Spurn 4 is going to be available in Hall of Forms. Oh my god, hey, we got Gustav. Alright, that means our focus charge bubbles have been filled, so next time is going to be a guaranteed 5-star that's going to be on this banner. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, Legendary Roy definitely needs a facelift for me. He's definitely more budget right now, so yeah, pretty excited about that. Bridal Elena, I don't really know what you can really do for her, because her base kit is like fine, to be honest. So I don't really know what else you need to give her. So I'm not really sure about that. I don't think I'll pick her up. Same thing with Ninja Igren. Ninja Igren is pretty interesting. She's kind of like a combination of Ninja Lin and Spring Sonia, which makes her a pretty good unit for the most part, but I don't think I'll be going for her. I already have a copy of her, so I'm not really tempted to get this Forma. And then Kath is, I mean, she's not a build project or merge project or anything, and she's not one of my more favorite characters in Binding Blade, so I'm probably going to skip on her. So this is probably going to be another set of Formas where I'm only going to go for one unit, and it's just going to be Legendary Roy. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what the builds I should use for him, because right now, very much budget on my end. Alright, we got a long way to go, we got a lot of summoning to do, and therefore I asked some of you all some questions, because I didn't want to just summon through this with nothing to talk about, so let us go through some questions. Okay, wait, actually, let me drink some water first. My voice is already kind of cracked. Ugh. Okay. Woo, alright. Okay, let's try to get through all these questions. This first one is from Liam Is My Name 63. When the next Fire Emblem game gets announced, would you get more excited for a remake of a previous game, Binding Blade, Genealogy, etc., or a brand new game? I'm personally hoping for a Genealogy remake. Alright, yeah, thanks so much for the question. Definitely am looking forward to a remake as well. I feel like remakes are a great way to give older games facelifts, especially when those older games have questionable art. Oh, baby, question luck! Here we got Gulbeg! Say there. No, that name is a thing of the past. I am Gulveg, the golden seer whose life is a cycle unending. Alright, ooh, plus attack. Minus speed, not super good, but if I get a +1 on her, that's gonna be pretty great. Man, Flared Sparrow, that is, man, that icon is barely any different than Surge Sparrow, man. They really could have made it more flamey, I guess. But apart from that, I can't believe it's an inheritable, like, Divine Vein skill. Like, you could give this to other people. That's insane. And you could give it to basically almost anything. Anything that isn't infantry or armor. That's a lot of people you could give that to, man. So yeah, that's insane. Really happy to get a plus attack version, that is. Alright, but yeah, thanks for the question. So yeah, definitely looking forward to a Genealogy remake, because, I mean, hope I don't sound like a jerk, but the art style, oh my god, we got a Garrick! This really is some question luck. But yeah, Genealogy remake would be fantastic, just because I feel like Genealogy is a game that not enough people in the West appreciates. And I think it really deserves more appreciation from the whole fandom. It's very much beloved in Japan, I believe. It's like the second or third most loved Fire Emblem game, I believe, after like Three Houses and some other shit. But yeah, just because it's never released in the West, not as many Westerners really give a shit about Sigurd and Selif's adventures. So definitely pining for a Genealogy remake would be really cool. Same thing with Thracia. I would hope that maybe it's going to be a 2-game pack, similar to how Mystery, like the old Mystery the Emblem was way back when. That would be really cool, but I kind of doubt that's going to happen, because like, why would you split up 2 games and put it into one where you can make 2 games, right? 2 separate games. It just makes sense economically. But yeah, I think I'm for the most part I would be more hyped for a remake than a new game at the moment. I think so. But I would also like shit my pants if a new game was also announced. So either way, any new Fire Emblem content in general just makes me excited. So whether it's a remake or a new game, I'm all for it, baby, but definitely more on the side of a remake. Genealogy remake would be fantastic. So yeah, thank you so much for the question, Liam. This next question is from the Actuarist. If you could self-insert into one FE game, which one would that be and why? Good luck with the summons. Thanks, dude. Alright, which FE game has a universe that is the least messed up? Well, Arcanea has mana keys that could kill you. Oh, hey, is Letizia. Okay, cool. What's it, Curse Director or something? Yeah, okay, plus speed. That is cursed, actually. I don't think her speed is very good. But apart from that, pretty decent fodder for the most part. Okay, very cool. But yeah, in terms of games, definitely not Gaiden / Echoes, because those games have zombies, man. Not Genealogy, because, yeah, not Jujol, because they had child hunts, man. That was fucked up. Maybe Alib? I mean, they had dragons too, I guess. And the Scouring was pretty fucked up too. I don't know. Definitely not Sacred Stones. They had monsters, man, similar to Gaiden. Tellius had this crazy tension between the Lagoos and the Beorg, and I don't really want to get into any sort of like big conflict like that. Awakening had monsters too. There was Grima, so I don't really love that either. Fates had monsters. Three Houses has crests that suck ass. And also it has monsters and dragons. Engage has monsters. I feel like Engage for the most part was... Actually, no, Elusia got really fucked up. Never mind. So, if I were to compile all of this, I would say probably Alib is the one that I am the least likely to get killed in a terrifying and horrible way. So, I would want to put myself into either Binding Blade or Blazing Blade. Probably Binding Blade, because I feel like it was probably the most tame in terms of the conflict for the most part. I mean, it still sucked ass, but I felt like it wasn't like super crazy, so I think I'll go with that. But yeah, thanks so much for the question, Actuaries. Alright, we are kind of nearing our second spark, and we haven't gotten a Corn yet. I might spark for the Corn. Oh, baby! There we go! Another Soren! Plus speed this time. His speed is actually kind of... I don't know, it's like in the middle ground of between bad and good. It's like salvageable. It's like salvageable speed. If you speed stack on him, it could work. It's not great, but it could work. Alright, but yeah, next question here is from Jillian Wallace 3930, and they ask, which 4 units do you think will be the winners of CYL 8? Also, what color and unit type will they be? Okay, so I think that is going to be an Engage sweep. I think that's pretty likely. Even though everyone says that Engage wasn't like super popular for the most part, at least compared to Three Houses, it's still, you know, it's got a lot of people who are really clamoring to get these characters into the game. In terms of the winners, I'm gonna base my answer off of the popularity poll that took place like a couple months ago. So I think for males, it's gonna be Diamant for first place. I think that's almost uncontested. He is really popular. And then in terms of male number 2, it's gonna be a toss-up between Alfred, Alchrist, and what's his name? Alir. Wait, I just realized they all have a first name. That is actually pretty interesting. But yeah, those 3 I think will be vying for second place. It's really a big toss-up. If I had to pick one, my guess would probably be Alir. And if I were to pick the one I would want, it would probably be Alfred. So that's the males. In terms of females, who do I think will win? Ivy for sure for the females, and then in terms of the other female, my guess is probably gonna be Yunaka. Just because she's not in the game yet, and she's super popular. Anyways, we're at the second spark. Let's go for Corrin. But yeah, I think it's gonna be Yunaka. I don't think Tamara's gonna be making it. I don't think she's super popular. But then again, that Japanese popularity poll with the Japanese, like, perspective, and I think she's more popular in the West, I think. So yeah, I don't know. But anyways, here is Corrin. I am Corrin. I come to this world with thoughts of the people of Hoshido, Nor, and Vala held firm in my heart. Alright, nice. Here she is in all her glory. Man, her art is really freaking nice. And her outfit's pretty cool too. At first I thought she was like a dancer because of her gown. It looked very much Azura-like. Actually, it looks very much like Azura. But, yeah, actually, I think it must be a mix of the Azura outfit and the outfit she has in that one Cipher card. I think I prefer if it went all the way with the Cipher card, because that's kind of cool. That's a lot cooler in my opinion, but this one's still really cool. And, yeah, no Divine Yato quite yet, but another dragon corn. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, in terms of Chuju Legends 8, yeah, I don't think Tamara is going to be winning Chuju Legends 8. Maybe Chuju Legends 9. That's my guess. But I think Yunaka and Ivy will sweep women's side. Maybe female Alear. I know she is also really popular. The Alears in general are just pretty popular. So there's going to be a fight between those three. If I were to guess who specifically, I think it would be Ivy and Yunaka. So yeah, thank you so much for the question. This next question is from the Gray Bearded Summoner. He asked 2 questions. Do you think it is time Summoning and Fae got new animation? Perhaps an animation of a guaranteed 5-star? Oh, hey, nice! Speaking of 5-star, here's another Korin. Man, the question luck has been insane, man. Before I got through the questions, an old baby, a plus attack. Oh my god, thank you so much, Greybeard Summoner. That was fantastic. Okay, I don't even know why I look at the art again. But yeah, in terms of new animation, probably not, because I think it might confuse returning players, just because they might see and be like, whoa, what's going on? I've never seen this before. So, and also adding more animations would just add more budget to the game, and we want to keep the budget of Fae as low as possible, keep the budget low, keep the profits high, so that this game can go on in perpetuity. Otherwise, they'll see like the game is in decline, they'll be like, oh, fuck, shit. Nope, we gotta shut this game off. I don't care how much money we've made out of this. It's not making any more money now, so let's shut it down. So I feel like the lower the budget we can keep the game, the longer it can survive. Also, if you were to create a generic enemy type in place of the soldiers, what would you make? Example, giant spiders, gorgons, or winged demons / demonesses. Ooh, that would be really cool. Yeah, we would need more beast units. Our beast units right now, I don't think we even have any beast generic units. So yeah, that would actually be really cool. It'd be very much similar to Sacred Stones, like spiders. I don't think they're called spiders, they're called like something else. Also maybe like skeletons. I'm surprised I don't think we got skeleton generics in book 3, right? So that would be really cool. I think some skeletons, some spiders, gorgons were cool. They were actually really annoying in Sacred Stones. And then the winged demons were pretty cool too. Yeah, they definitely could add more. But again, that might increase on the game's budget. But maybe, I don't know, I feel like one day they could do that. That would be really sick. So yeah, definitely would want that. Maybe like a Minotaur would be kind of cool as like an armored unit. With like an armored generic unit. That would be pretty cool. I think there were Minotaurs in the game. There were Minotaurs, there were also Centaurs in Sacred Stones as well. I like how I'm basing all these enemies off of Sacred Stones generics. But they're the ones that has the most monsters in the game. So yeah, we definitely need more zombies, some more skeletons, some centaurs, some minotaurs. That would be really cool. That's actually a good point, honestly. The generics are so fucking boring in Heroes that we should get some cool, like, beasts to fight. That would be really sick. So yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Grey Bearded Summoner. Never really thought about that before, until now. Okay, I need another drink of water. Been talking a lot. Okay. Alright. Next question is from Oscar Orosi 1210. And they asked, do you think Fafnir will come next year since Freyr came this year? Yeah, I think so, honestly. I think he probably will just because Freyr did coinciding with like the book 4 like I don't know what to say, like story, like side story plot thing. It just makes sense when they have a book 5 side story plot thing to release Fafnir, just because Fafnir is also still pretty popular. I wouldn't say he's at the peak of his popularity still, but there's definitely a loyal fan base of Fafnir, so it just makes sense to do that at the time. So I think it's almost guaranteed that he will be here next year. So might be a good idea to start saving orbs if you want to plus 10 him. Alright, next question is from Feli Phoenix. If you have to change one of the new CYL units because of art, skills, nothing original, who is your pick and why? Yeah, my pick would probably have to be Soren, in terms of his outfit. His art is good. Kira Senri never fails to deliver, but I'm not the biggest fan of the outfit design. It feels a little bit uninspired. It seems more like an outfit he would have worn as an Ascended unit or Rearmed unit, but not as a Brave unit. A Brave unit, I feel like usually harkens back to like a unit's like parents or something, for the most part, or some other family that they have. So I don't know what I would do for Soren necessarily. Maybe put him in Ike's clothes. That would have been kind of cool. Maybe make him hold the Ragnall and have him break his back in 2 places. That might actually be pretty funny. In all seriousness, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get into too many spoiler territory, but there definitely was something they could have done in terms of an outfit Dan related. But yeah, I think definitely Soren's would have to change a little bit. Oh, hey, look at that. We got a Ascended Florina. Nice. I feel like I get a lot of her. So yeah, I mean, she's got good fodder, so, I mean, okay fodder at the very least, so I'm not gonna complain about that. Very nice. But yeah, in terms of the characters I'm the least satisfied with, I would probably, it'd probably be Soren that changed the outfit idea. The rest of him, the kit, is perfectly fine for me. But yeah, thanks so much for the question, Feli Phoenix. Ugh, man, something is tiring, man. Anyways, next question. Here is one from Remton6979. Hey, Rocket Gal, good luck on your summons. Thanks. My question is, what 4 units of each color released since the last Hero Rises do you think could make up the red, green, blue, and colorless dreams for 2024 Hero Rises? For example, I think Legendary Legendary Robin, Citrine, Spring Carla, and Young Hector are all good candidates for an Hero Rises 2024 Green Dream. Okay, awesome. That would be a pretty cool Green Dream, and also the green rates are so good these days that actually seems like a really good idea. Honestly, I can't really think of a better idea. That sounds really good. If I were to pick, definitely none of the Brave units, because they're in the regular summon pool anyways. Yeah, I don't know. You brought up a really good green dream. Maybe, oh, what if we did like a God Sword dream? The God Dream. So, what if we did the God Sword, so, like, wait, but not a lot of them are seasonal. Whatever, this is my wet dream. I could make up whatever I want, god damn it. So, it could be Summer Fjorm, maybe Ascended Fear. Ascended Fear has pretty good fodder. Felix, I know he is in the regular summon pool, but, hear me. Oh my god, another Soren! Nice! That is actually pretty sick. Oh my god, another plus attack. He has gotten some great IVs. I only need 1 with plus attack, but it's the thought that counts. So yeah, very nice. So yeah, in terms of sword gods, maybe Fallen Byleth as well. I can't think of any other red sword god. Maybe Summer Shez? And maybe Carla. I know they're not really sword gods, they're just really good sword units. Wait, did I say Carla? I meant Ira, T-time Ira. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe red, and maybe just make it like all the sword gods that we've gotten. And yeah, that's the only one I could think of at the moment. Just because we got so many sword gods in the past year that maybe making a banner out of them might be some pretty decent value. But yeah, thank you so much, Remton, for the question. Alright, the next question is from DTM. Which CYL 7 unit are you most excited for? How does this CYL reveal compare to the others in terms of excitement and hype? Alright, so the CYL unit I'm most excited for is Robin, just because among the characters, he is like my favorite one in terms of the actual character himself. I don't really have as big of an opinion on the other 3, so definitely Robin, and his kit seems pretty cool, so definitely really hyped about him. Alright, let's go for another Soren. We're getting a lot of Sorens, man, and I'm not going to complain about that, because Soren is awesome. Alright, there is our 4th Soren, I believe. I am good at keeping count of things. Okay. But yeah, Robin is definitely the one I'm most hyped for. In terms of this CYL compared to others, I think it's pretty hyped because I feel like the mechanic that they're introducing to the game is a lot more interesting than the other CYLs. The other CYLs just felt like more of the same, just with a slightly newer coat of paint. But this time that's gonna be pretty interesting. We got 2 interesting things. We got Assigned Decoy, which actually seems like it's gonna really shake up the meta, especially in summoner duels. And we also got the Divine Veins, which seems really interesting. I've already seen the memes, or not really memes, but I've seen the videos where people have just created a whole map full of the one that Corrin makes. It's kind of hilarious, honestly. I don't think I could recreate it personally, but it is pretty cool. And yeah, I think that in and of itself is pretty hype. It makes the banner a lot more interesting, because if you're not super interested in the units, oh my god, we got a Gilliam! That is what I call some summon luck. Sweet, very nice. This unit is actually pretty freaking good too. And we've also filled up our summon focus bubble thing, so very cool. So yeah, in terms of the hype, I'm pretty hyped about this one. Just because of the new mechanics that they include. Some of the new skills are really interesting, because I feel like they're less of the same old stuff, and they're actually some like new stuff. Divine Vein stuff, the tactics B skill thing that no, it's not tactics, Gambit skill that Robin has is also really interesting. Soren's assigning decoys is very, very crazy. Gulveig being a ranged Gale Force unit is, I mean, not unique or new or anything, but it is pretty powerful. We've seen this with Legendary Leaf and Harmonized Leaf before, so we know the power of this ability, so that's pretty hype. And yeah, overall, I think this one has been a bit more interesting than the past ones. Not to say that the past ones were boring, but it's all relative, you know. This one was just a little more interesting. So yeah, thanks so much for the question, DTM. Okay, here is the next question from Crosshair450. How do you think AR will be affected by all these new terrains? Oh boy, I'm not the AR genius or anything, but I do have some opinions. In terms of omni-tanking, I think there's going to be 2 playstyles that are going to change drastically. It's going to be omni-tanking, it's going to be chaos defenses, and it's going to be hit and runs. So omni-tanking is going to be pretty good with the inclusion of the Divine Vein ability that Corrin has. I forgot what it was called, like Stone or something. Yeah, that one's going to be really helpful for that. I mean, getting rid of like damage from, what's it called? Area of effect specials is really powerful. Flat 10 damage reduction is really good as well. Like 10 is nothing to sneeze at. I thought if it was 5 even, that would be pretty decent. Like, it wouldn't be groundbreaking, but it'd be pretty solid. But 10, that is a lot, you know? Which makes me scared what kind of nukes they're going to be releasing this coming year. If that is going to be like what they are allowed to release, you know? And then hit and run is going to be really good with the Divine Vein fire one that Gulveig comes with. That one's going to be really good for hit and run just because it reduces the range of ranged opponents, which are usually the more scary threats in defenses for the most part. So that one's gonna be pretty cool for that. And then Assigned Decoy is gonna be really great for Chaos Season, just because in Chaos Season you're unable to fill in 2 saves, just because that's just the rule. But with Soren, you're going to be able to, like, artificially. You might even be able to have 3, you know? So, I mean, you can make the whole team. Oh my god, a Robin! Very nice. Let me take a look. Plus HP this time. The attack or speed 1 is still eluding me, but we will get him eventually, I'm sure. But yeah, I think this is going to be the most impactful CYL banner in terms of impacting ether raids, in my opinion. So look forward to some interesting changes, because there's going to be change cometh. So yeah, thank you so much for the question, Crosshair. Whew, answering questions is so tiring. I need water. I wish I had a cough drop. Anyways, next question is from StrangeClug17. Looks like they have 2 questions. So first, your top 3 favorite FE games and what you like about them. So for my top 3 games are going to be, oh, actually I had to think about this. Sacred Stones. Oh shit, what's my second one? Second one is probably, wait, did I say Sacred Stones for the first one? No, Shadow Dragon is my first one. Sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. So number 1 is Shadow Dragon. I think I'd say number 2 is Sacred Stones. I've played that game a shit ton. And number 3 is probably Fates. Yeah, that sounds about right. In terms of each game, Shadow Dragon was my first Fire Emblem game, so there's a lot of nostalgia there. But also, not just that, it's just that the game has such an interesting reclassing system that I find it very engaging for the most part. It's a pretty balanced game, and yeah, I just have a lot of fun every time I play it. Sacred Stones was my second, and also it's my second favorite GBA Fire Emblem game. I know that sounds kind of weird, like, oh, if this is your second favorite GBA game, why is it your second favorite Fire Emblem game? But just, like, it's just my second favorite overall. Like, I don't know how to, it's kind of hard to explain, but I just have a lot of strong feelings for that as well. I love Ephraim and Erica. I love the branching and reclassing system, not reclassing, but promotion system. I always find that to be more interesting than just promoting into a set unit in previous Fire Emblem games. I think it was, if you don't count Gaiden, it's the first Fire Emblem game. Oh my god, nice! We got another Corrin. Very nice. But yeah, I think Sacred Stone was the first Fire Emblem game to have branching promotions, if you don't count Gaiden. And then in terms of Fates, well, it does have one of my favorite characters in the whole franchise in it, and also I find the 3 story branches to be a great replayability value. So there's that. And yeah, the music's really good, the gameplay is really tight. I feel like it's a super balanced game, so yeah, really like Fates a lot, honestly. I know that might sound blasphemous to some people, but I can't deny it. Fates is pretty fun. And I will put my hands on a stack of Bibles and swear up and down that Fates is maybe not the most perfect game, but it's a pretty decent Fire Emblem game. So yeah, thank you so much for the question, StrangeClug. By the way, I haven't checked this IVs of this. Okay, it's plus HP. All right, very nice. All right, we are nearing the 4th spark, and we still got so many orbs left to go, which is a good sign as always. So yeah, on to the next question. This next question is from Elian Rodriguez 7318, and they asked, well, they have 4 questions. Any current plans for which characters you're planning to vote for the next CYL? Doesn't have to be permanent, could change your mind about who to vote for in the future. Yeah, right now I plan on voting for Alfred. Definitely want him to get a better alt or a better version of himself in Heroes than what he has right now, because what he has right now is like not super great, so I think you gotta get Alfred better. Alt, man. Any new characters you're hoping to see get added into the game that'll make you want to spend orbs on? Example, if TMS shows up, then I'm pulling, no hesitation. In terms of new characters, I mean, it's gotta be engage units, right? In terms of the one unit, it'd probably be Fogado. He is a big favorite of mine, so he would be one that I would probably try to plus 10 if he gets added to the game. So yeah, probably be him. How did you come up with your YouTube name? Actually, we're at the Spark, so just spark this first. So my YouTube name is something I made up, kind of. It's based off of my profile picture, and the profile picture is based off of, well, is a League of Legends champion named Tristana, who used to be like my main back when I played League of Legends a lot. So I don't know, when coming up with a profile, I was like, you know, let's just make one based off my favorite character. So I went with Tristana, and then Rocket Gal was just something because like Tristana uses a lot of rockets and she's a girl. So I was like, okay, Rocket Gal. So yeah, something like that. And then any character that's already in the game that you want to see getting an alt. For me, it's any TMS unit. It's been over 3 years already, and we still only have the 5 units from their original release. They could have done a couple of alts or something at the very least. Yeah, TMS does need to get a banner, honestly. For me, I don't want to say Alfred again, and I don't want to say an obvious answer like Takumi. So my pick would probably be Echidna. Echidna is probably my second favorite character in the franchise. Oh baby, we got a Ascended a Dune. That is some question luck. Nice, actually really good. Plus HP. All right, another copy. But yeah, I would want Echidna alt. And I hope she wouldn't be some Tempest Crow units or whatever, because I think she needs to get the 5-star treatment, you know? Not biased or anything, but yeah, just would really love for Echidna to get more love. At least she got a really good refine, so I'm already pretty satisfied there. But I think we could always get more Echidna content. So yeah, thank you so much for the question. Oh man, my voice is really dying. I'm gonna blow the fuck out of it. Oh, is that an Elise? Yeah, that's Resplendent Elise. Sweet. Anyways, here is the next question. This is from Royal Knight. And they ask, if you had the option to pick any 4 characters from Fire Emblem Engage to become Brave Heroes next year, who would they be? Okay, gotcha. So I kind of answered this before, but this one you said I could pick, because the other one was more like, who do I think? So this is if I could pick. Honestly, if I were to pick, I would just pick the oldest siblings from each of the 4 main countries. So I'd pick Diamond, Ivy, Alfred, and Tamara. I really like all 4 of them, to be honest. I think if they all came out in one Brave banner, that would be really cool, similar to how in Genealogy Legends 4 we had the house leaders in Lysithia. So I think that would be really neat. Do I think that's going to happen? No, but that is my hope. Those are my dreams. I'm laying it out there, IS. So I guess I'm not begging IS for that. I'm begging the fandom. I hope that is what's going to happen, but I really highly doubt it. There's a lot more popular characters out there than Tamara and Alfred. There's definitely a toss-up between Alchrist and Alir, so we'll have to see. But that would be my dream in terms of the Genealogy Legends for next year. Yeah, thank you so much for the question. Next up is from Emero8576, and they asked, how different do you think CYL would have been if Bernadetta won instead of Gulveig? How the units played, the forging bonds, if they wouldn't have done the time story website thing. Well, I think if Bernadetta won, I think the fan base would be less on fire right now, because there's definitely a camp of, oh boy, I'm so happy that Gulveig's in the game. She's gonna be really cool. And there's also a portion of the fan base where like, what the fuck? You guys are just voting for her because she's got boobs. So I don't know. Both sides are a little bit unreasonable at times. So I feel like with Bernadetta, there'd be more peace. You know, the Fire Nation wouldn't have attacked or anything. In terms of how she would have worked, I have no idea, to be honest. Maybe she would have like some sort of warping. No, she has return in 3 houses, so maybe she could have some like warping where she could bring people back to her or something. I really have no idea, man. I'm not really good with theory crafting, especially on a character that I'm not like super familiar with. I can't say I know like Bernadetta like inside and out, so not totally sure on that. In terms of the forging bonds, there probably wouldn't be this stupid alternate universe thing where like, oh, what if we brought in Gulveg and had some Gulveg versus Gulveg kind of thing. I don't know, I thought that was a little bit weird, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see an alternate universe, but I'm not a big fan of these alternate universe kind of things, so, oh my god. So yeah, I think honestly, I would have preferred Bernadetta to win over Gulveg, but hey, Gulveg's pretty cool too, so I'm not complaining personally. I don't have any strong opinion of her winning CYL or not. It is what it is, and we're just gonna have to fucking deal with it. But yeah, I think Bernadetta personally would have been more interesting. It'd probably be some sort of time skip version of her. Maybe she'd be a cavalry unit. That's my guess. And yeah, that about does it. In terms of the Time Story website thing, I actually didn't do the Time Story website thing, so I don't really know how to opine on that. But I'm sure it would have been a little bit better. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, thank you so much for the question, and it looks like I gotta go empty out my barracks, so be right back. Alright, and I'm back. So yeah, I went downstairs and got a cough drop because my voice is quite literally dying. Kinda hope I don't choke on it while we do the summoning, but actually, that was a great like interim portion of the summoning. Why don't we work on some of these tickets? Saved some of them for y'all, so let's dive right in. I think I'm gonna go for greens. I think that's the one where I'm missing the most units, so... Oh, nice! I never got the Halloween Lava Shell. Sweet! Harvest Princess. I am La Rochelle, the Harvest Festival Princess of peerless beauty. Surely that much is obvious. Very obvious. I like how she's holding her candy. That's actually pretty cool. Plus speed minus attack, alright. I actually have 2 arena tickets we can also summon on, so that will be pretty fun. Oh, it's Christmas or Winter Solstice. Alright, I do have a couple copies of her, but not gonna complain. She's got decent fodder at least, so there's that. Yeah, well, at least the fodder's pretty good, so I'm not gonna complain there. And we have one more. Let's see what we were getting. That's a lot of greens. We'll just go for bottom left. Bottom left. Oh, Spring Sharena! Hey, look at that! I didn't know this summoning session was blessed by Joel. Alright, very nice. Hi there, I'm Princess Sharena of Asker. I'm ready to hop my way through the Spring Festival. Okay. Oh fuck, I forgot the IVs. Oh well. We also have some arena tickets. Oh, here we are. We got 2 of them, so let's just dive right in. I don't even know what color I'm gonna go for. Let's go for blue, I guess. Oh, Selena. Okay, pretty cool. I think her weapon refine's coming up soon, so yeah, that is pretty alright. I think mine is like +4 right now, so actually pretty great. Okay. Let us see what we get for this. Fallen Male Corrin. Alright. You know, maybe he'll get his time in the Choose Your Legend spotlight one day, but as it stands, he is probably not going to be in the game for a long time. Maybe he'll get the Omega Yato one day, but not today. Anyways, let's go back to the Choose Your Legends banner, and let's get back to some questions. So, here's a question from Jackie. What character did you used to hate, but now love? Let me think. You know, there's not many characters that I absolutely hate, to be honest. So, but now love? This is a tough one, because I feel like I didn't really ever have a sort of redemption arc like that. I guess the closest thing would probably be Hortensia. Again, I never really hated her, but she was probably one of my least favorite characters when the game was like being revealed and everything. So probably Hortensia. I wouldn't even say I love her either, but I would say she is tolerable. Tolerable and kind of relatable. I mean, I never had a parent that got eaten by a fellow dragon before, but hey, you never know, that might happen one day. Oh my god, another elite! Actually, really nice. But yeah, I would say Hortensia for that. 3 houses or engage. Probably engage for the most part. I recently started playing 3 houses again, and I'm like, oh my god, this game is actually really fun. I kind of forgot about it. I think there was a moment where I was playing the game too goddamn much, so I was like I loved it a lot less than before, but after going back, after like a year and a half of not playing it, like, man, it feels really good to be back in Foldland, man, I gotta say. So, but either way, I'd still have to say Engage. I love how Engage has so many references to older games, and I'm a sucker for Fire Emblem references, so probably Engage. Awakening, Fates, or Echoes. I'd say Fates, then second is Echoes, and then Awakening. This might be a very unpopular opinion, but I have a lot of issues with Awakening. I know it's the game that saved the franchise, but the game plays out less like a Fire Emblem game in higher difficulties and more like an RPG, and that kind of destroys the Fire Emblem-ness of it, so not the biggest fan of that. Echoes is absolutely fantastic. It is really good. But I have a lot more time, or I have a lot more fun playing Fates. Sometimes Echoes can be a little bit frustrating with like the witches and stuff, but at least it has Miller's turn wheel, so that's nice. But yeah, I like Fates a lot more. And then what would your dream CYL 8 be? Okay. Ooh, hey, we got a Kiel. Nice, question luck. Actually, I've been getting a lot of Kiels lately. I think mine's already plus attack, but it's always great to get more Kiels because she's actually a really freaking good unit. In terms of my dream CYL 8, in terms of the males, it'd have to be Takumi and Alfred. Those are my 2 favorite male units. In terms of my 2 favorite females, it'd probably be Echidna and I can't think of a second female that I super like. Yeah, I gotta think. Oh, Hinoka. Why'd I even like pause to think? Hinoka's definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, it'd be Takumi, Hinoka, Alfred, and Echidna. So that's never gonna happen. I don't think any of this. I think Alfred has the best shot at actually getting a CYL, but the rest of them have basically no chance in my opinion. But that would be my wildest and craziest dreams. So I don't know, maybe that'll happen one day, but very highly doubted. But yeah, thank you so much, Jackie, for the question. Alright, here is a question from GamerNick2521. And they ask, what are your thoughts on Edelgard? Yeah, she's cool. She's cool. To be honest, I don't have any strong opinions of her. Although the Black Eagles were my first house, so I definitely sympathize more for her than the other house leaders for the most part. She's also, oh, oh shit, Edelgard's here, and she's like, yo, I heard you talking shit, fam. Oh, okay, hold on, Edelgard, please don't kill me. Don't exile me. That is so fucking funny. There's a question about Edelgard, and Edelgard shows up. So, I like Edelgard, but she's also like my least favorite house leader. Despite Black Eagles being my favorite house, it's kind of hard to explain. But I don't hate her as much as some other people do, but I don't love her as much as some other people do as well. I'm very kind of neutral on her. It's like neutral, but like slightly in favor of her. But to be honest, I'm a very neutral person in general. I don't really have very like strong feelings about anything. I'm kind of very much go with the flow kind of person. So in terms of Edelgard and the discourse around her and just my thoughts in general, I would say that she is pretty neat. Hey, Soren! So Edelgard brought in some luck. Nice. Dude, we're getting so many Sorens. I swear, the rates are not lying. This is a plus speed. That's actually pretty okay. I think I'm still gonna go with the plus attack, but hey, that is not too bad. Oh, but yeah, thank you, Gamer Nick, for the question. And bringing in the Edelgard luck. Oh, man, that was the funniest shit ever, man. That was... Man, I thought I was gonna get executed for a second, and Edelgard was, like, really making sure, like, I say some good shit about her. Man, that was really fucking funny. Okay. Here's the next question. This one is from Asmund. And the question is, general opinions about this batch and how they turned out. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. The only thing I'm dissatisfied is Soren's costume, but everything else I'm extremely satisfied. They're all very unique, all very powerful, all introduce some interesting new fodder. So overall, I feel like the power level of this CYL is probably the most powerful relative to the game, like power level compared to all other Choose Your Legends, if that makes sense. Do you intend to build any of them? / do you already have any plans for their fodder? In terms of their fodder, I have no plans for their fodder, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I have any plans on their fodder. I think I'm just gonna merge all of them up, probably. And for the most part, I don't know, maybe I'll keep some spare for, combat manuals, but I don't really have any plans at the moment to fodder them. Although, probably the most likely to be foddered is Gulvig, just because her A skill is really interesting. Might be kind of interesting for like Legendary Leaf or something. So, probably him. But yeah, apart from that, I don't really have super like big plans for the fodder just yet. I'd have to see what, Phoenix Master or Joel Theology have recommended. Oh, there's a Selkie. That is some question luck. Nice. But yeah, I think that about covers that. Thank you so much, Asmund, for the question. This next question is from Guale Hermi Flores Sager 4543. And they brought me some summon luck as well. Here is Soren again. Oh my god, at this point we're gonna plus 10 him. There's a plus speed as well. Nice. Okay, and their question is thoughts on Sigurd. Sigurd is probably in my top 3 favorite lords in the franchise. His voice acting is really freaking good. And he's really freaking strong in Genealogy, the Holy War. I feel like he does fall off slightly towards the end game. I feel like he just doesn't hit as hard as he could. At least compared to other characters like Lachesis, like promoted Master Knight Lachesis, or like promoted Swordmaster Ira, or even like Lex with the Brave Axe. But Sigurd's still pretty good, and he's definitely going to be your strongest unit for the longest time until you get more powerful units, or not more powerful units, but units that have more potential, I suppose. And yeah, really, oh my god, I'm looking so forward to the remake with a fully voice acted cast. That is going to be insane. I believe Sigurd's English voice actor is Grant George, I believe his name, or is it George Grant? I don't totally remember, but I would love to hear him fully voicing a remake. That is going to be so fucking epic. Really excited about that. So, yeah, in terms of my thoughts on Sigurd, yeah, he's cool. He's alright. So yeah, thanks so much for the question. Alright, here's a question from Nicholas. What's the one character in Fire Emblem 3 Houses would you want in the game or get a costume alt? Let me think. I feel like there's a lot of alts already, so I'm really trying to cherry pick the units that don't have an alt yet. Because most of my favorite characters already do have alts. So, I guess... I don't really know off the top of my head. gotta really think this through. Oh, is that Tsubasa? I think it is. I see like 2 people, I think. Yeah, there we go. Nice. That's actually pretty cool. Great question to look, as always. I like how this question is giving me the most problem. I don't know. I guess if I were to see another alt, probably a Ferdinand alt. I know we got one recently, but I mean, worst case scenario is you have more Ferdinand alt, right? Because I love Ferdinand. He's probably one of my favorite characters in Three Houses and Fieldland in general. So would love to see more alts of him. I think he definitely deserves it. So yeah, I think my answer had to be Ferdinand. I know he just, yeah, the T1, I don't know. I wish they gave him his own preferred weapon, honestly. But at least he got an ult, so there's that. Hey, we got a Yuri. Oh, yeah, Yuri could also use an ult, honestly. But then again, his legendary ult is really freaking good. But he definitely needs another ult. Maybe, yeah, he needs a beach ult, similar to the other house leaders, you know? Yeah, where's Summer Yuri, guys? Come on. I'm hoping Summer Yuri comes in next year. So, yeah. That about covers that. Thank you so much for the question, Nicholas. Alright, here's the next question from Wisdom NZ4XP. Thoughts on who will win the next Choose Your Legends? Okay, I feel like I've already answered that question, but I could give some more thoughts. I get the feeling maybe Bernadetta and Felix could possibly have a comeback. I feel like it's very unlikely. Oh, nice! Another Corrin. Very nice. We went from a drought of Corrins to a lot of Corrins, and this one is plus speed. That one is super hype. Really happy about that. Yeah, I honestly think Bernadetta and Felix could still make a comeback, because I feel like the fans of those characters still really like those characters, so they'll probably still get votes, I would think. Possibly, but I'm not holding my breath. I think they'll probably just be 4th and 5th place characters, not going to be in the top 2. Who else could possibly be? Maybe Male Corrin and Sigurd. Leaf as well. We don't have a Thracia 776 Choose Your Legends heroes yet, so would love for Leaf to get one. But honestly don't think that's going to happen. Honestly, my honest thoughts is it's going to be an engaged sweep. If the engaged drip feed that we have gotten continues, a lot of characters are still going to be missing. Oh my god, a Midori. Okay, sweet. I remember she used to be like top tier fodder, and now she's just whatever, but still really cool to get her. Yeah, Cold Spoil used to be a pretty good skill, now not so much, but alright, I'll take her. But yeah, that about covers my thoughts for the next Choose Your Legend. It's going to be an engaged sweep, I'm pretty sure of it, but I'll be surprised if Bernadetta and Felix could, squeak a victory out, but we'll see. But yeah, thanks so much for the question. This next question comes from Ultimate Morale Compass Sigma. I think that's a Sigma. Who's a really bad unit that you keep giving premium skills to make work because you love them? Alright, yeah, it's definitely the Takumis. More specifically, it's the normal Takumi, it's summer Takumi, it's New Year's Takumi, and it's also Karagi as well. I know Karagi's not like a super bad unit. He's got a really good stat line, but he doesn't have his own like preferred weapon or anything, so in all intent and purposes, he's still considered kind of a bad unit. So definitely those units. Yeah, I've given so much crap to Takumi, the original Takumi, so yeah. And he's not a really good unit anymore. I know he had his time in the sun way back when, but nowadays not so much. Now he's kind of like the butt of a joke. Oh, nice, we got a Sane. Sweet. I feel like every question has given us some great luck. That is awesome. But yeah, definitely the Takumis have been my go-to for all the fodder I get. Like, oh boy, another new skill. Well, only if I get extra fodder, then I'm gonna give it to them. So yeah, that about covers that. Thank you so much, Ultimate Morale Compass Sigma, for the question. Okay. Whew, man, summoning takes a lot of energy out of you, man. Especially when it's gone on for, are we almost like an hour now or something like that? Feels like almost an hour. Okay, so yeah, here's the next question from Proto Spark Zero. They asked, well, first they said, best of luck in your summon, Brakagao. Thanks so much. Question, so number one, you've probably shared your thoughts on Choose Legend 7, but which of these heroes you'd say had the best visual design? Alright, best visual design, my pick would probably be Robin, just because he is drawn by Wada, and I'm a big Wada fan, so just that in and of itself is pretty cool, although I kind of wish it was also Yusuke Kozaki, but if it had to be anyone else, Wada was a great pick, so really happy about that. Yeah, definitely Robin. And his costume, while I thought it was kind of weird. Oh, baby, here's another Soren. Holy shit, I'm getting so many Sorens, man. That is awesome. Yeah, definitely Robin is my favorite among them. Oh, baby, we got a Robin. Come on, please attack her speed. Okay, plus defense. Well, at least that goes well with Glowing Ember, so... Alright, nice. So yeah, I feel like I've praised Robin enough, so let's continue. So 2 and 2.5. Who out of all the CYL units or years do you feel had the best design / ideas? If I had to pick, it'd definitely be CYL 1, just because at the time, no one really knew what they were going to be. This is making me really nostalgic back in my college days when they were announcing, hey, you can vote for these characters and they'll get some special costume, and no one really knew what that meant. Maybe they'll be putting bunny outfits again or putting beach outfits, but then they came back with these alternate Brave outfits, which were very insane, very cool, blew all of our buttholes out of the water. It was super cool, very hyped. Probably one of the most exciting times to be a Heroes player at the time. And yeah, honestly, I don't think anything could top that, to be honest, because it was the first time. It set the precedent for what we are to expect from here on out. So yeah, CYL 1 is super hype. Really like that one a lot. Oh, we actually have 11 orbs left. I guess I rushed through them. Okay, I would take us a little bit slow this time, baby. And then for your third question, CYL units tend to set the new bar for upcoming units and power creep. As a first impression from this banner, do you think IS will escalate things yet again in terms of giving bonus effects for preference weapons and unique skills? Or do you feel like this current batch of heroes, and probably future ones, can probably keep up with side grade unique variants, sell a problem, and then sell the counter solution, then increasing the OP effects level again? Oh my god, we got an August. Very nice. Great to get Leaf's Tactician. In terms of that, I think this is going to bring some new power creep, honestly. That about covers the summoning. Guess we could take a look at August here and answer the question. So, yeah, I think it's going to definitely increase the power creep, because now that we have this Divine Vein stuff, there's definitely going to be increasing the more of the different types of Divine Veins. So, yeah, there's no way they're just going to stop there. It's, yeah, I think in terms of like selling us a solution, I don't think so. I think they'll just keep creating new problems. I don't know what kind of solution you'd make. I guess the solution for assigned decoy is already there with Embla, so I guess we don't really need to worry about that. There's already a solution with the teleportation from Robin in Legendary Myrrh, and also what's his name? Gatekeeper, yeah. And then in terms of the veins, I think the best way to counter that is just adding more vein effects. So yeah, I think honestly, with how powerful this banner is, I think the power creep is going to keep skyrocketing, man. I mean, we've already seen this with so many God Swords in the game that we're just going to see way more power creep. That's just my opinion, though. But yeah, thank you so much, Protospark, for the last question of the day. So yeah, that about covers this summoning session. I will see you guys at the recap. Alright, so this is what I ended up getting. We got a lot of great stuff. Actually, we filled up 2 whole pages, so yeah, man, that's a lot. So we got a lot of copies of Soren, which is pretty awesome. How many they went? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, we got 7 Sorens. That is actually really insane. We got 1, 2, 3. And you know what? Editing Rocket Gal will know the count. You all know the count, so this is all for me to talk. But it's cool to get another Diamant. Plus speed was cool. Got a cool Vig here. What else are standouts? Cool to get a Spring Sharina. Never got her before, so really happy about that. It was really funny to get an Edelgard when I was answering an Edelgard related question, so that was really freaking hilarious. And yeah, overall, this has been a really great summoning session, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed summoning on it, because oh boy, was this like super hype, man. Really had a lot of fun spending this time with you guys. Sorry I wasn't able to answer all the questions, and also sorry, Pro Spark, if I possibly sped through your question a little bit towards the end. But again, thank you so much for all people who gave me questions, and I will be sure to answer them in future summoning sessions. So stay tuned for you guys to appear in future videos. But yeah, how do you guys do in Choose Your Legends? I know a lot of people are summoning on it. I know some people aren't, but yeah, if you guys did summon on it, let me know how you guys did. Like how many orbs you spend, who do you guys go for, do you guys plus 10 someone? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm always curious about how you guys are doing in the gacha landscape. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this Choose Your Legends 7 summoning session. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.